A powerful stand for Manitoba's First Nations. Chief David Monias of Pimicikamak Cree Nation rose before the National Assembly to speak directly to Prime Minister Mark Carney, not as one voice, but on behalf of the 63 First Nations represented by the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs. Chief Monias used his time to deliver a clear and urgent message. Why is Manitoba not represented on the National Indigenous Advisory Committee? Where is the commitment to true consultation with First Nations? How is sovereignty being protected when our nations are left out of the room? In a moment that cut through the noise, Chief Monias carried the concerns of our leaders, our citizens, and our nations with strength and clarity. Thank you, Chief Monias, for being such a powerful advocate for the rights, voices, and sovereignty of our First Nations.
Minister, we're going to ask him for the acknowledgement of the land, but we also would like to have acknowledgement of our sovereignty and our governance as well, as well as our treaty. Canada's relationship with our nation is founded on sacred treaties. These are not historical artifacts, they are living, binding agreements between sovereign nations. When I first met you as Prime Minister, I presented you with a treaty medallion to remind you of the sacred covenant and Canada's ongoing responsibilities to our people. The Manitoba Chiefs maintain that the standards of consultation, accommodation, and consent affirmed in Canadian law and international remain fully in force. Regardless of the federal government's plan to fast-track so-called projects of national interest, treaty rights cannot be suspended for convenience or economic expediency. Why is Manitoba sovereign nations who are the rights holders excluded from the National Advisory Committee? Under the Indian Act, the second generation cutoff strips status Indians benefits and treaty entitlements from many of our descendants through no fault of their own. This is a colonial policy that continues to fracture families and erode our nations. How will your government ensure that the consultation and accommodation, consent, and the benefits arising from our treaties apply not only to these recognized rights holders, but also those unfairly excluded by the Indian Act, that the inherent and treaty rights of all our future generations are protected? Let me be clear. Consultation and accommodation do not constitute consent. Our nations in Manitoba retain their internal right to free, prior, informed consent. Anything about us, without us, will not work. Our traditional territories must be respected as priority jurisdictions. They cannot be and must not be treated as secondary to the interests of non-First Nation governments, such as provinces, corporations, or entities. The honor of the Crown demands no less. Mr. Prime Minister, I look forward to your response. Thank you very much for listening to me.